Hello crafty friends, it's Jess from jesscrafts.com, and today I have a card set that features washi tape, and it's a little thank you card set. So you can see there what one of the finished cards looks like, and I did two different versions of this. This card was inspired by the Create a Smile brand's Facebook page, and I'm going to leave you a link to their Facebook page in the video description below. I've been a fan of their stamps and stencils and die cuts for a while, and so when they started their own Facebook group to share inspiration and sneak peeks and all that, I knew I had to join. So I also encourage you, if you like their stamps, to join in. It's really fun to be able to share with other people who like it and to kind of get in touch with the brand and see what's going on with them. So they had posted this picture for a challenge where there's basically an inspiration picture, and it featured a whole bunch of different washi tapes in a variety of colors. So I was sort of inspired to pull out my washi tapes and actually use them on a card. I tend to buy them because they're cute, which I know we all buy washi tape just because it's cute, but I mostly use washi tape on the outside of the envelope of a card. And so I wanted to use it in the card design, and I had this washi tape from Michael's, the Recollections brand, and it had some different sort of rainbow colors, and I thought, well, I'll make some stripes. And even though they're both rainbow patterns, one kind of comes off as a lot darker because there's not as much white space. And so I thought, well, staggering it would be interesting. And a lot of people like that sort of ripped look that you can get with washi tape because it does rip so easily. However, I actually wanted a sort of more clean lined look. And so what I did was I actually just trimmed it with my scissors, and then I just created a pattern of one then the other. Also, I wanted to use some products from Create a Smile since they were the inspiration here, and so I have the Crystal Letters stamp set. I picked up the lowercase. For some reason, I just like the look of lowercase letters better, but they do have them uppercase as well if you prefer things to spell things in uppercase letters. And I finally put my white embossing powder in a container to make it super easy to white emboss. So I stamped that in the Versamark clear ink and then put some white heat embossing powder on top of it. And behind where the letters are, I completely covered it in double-sided tape, and I did the same thing with where I'm going to die cut. So that way, once I've die cut and once I've fussy cut these letters out, I will be able to just stick them right down. I won't need to try to add any adhesive behind them later. And so personally, I'm a big fan of that double-sided tape where you can peel up the backing later. So I ran this Thanks die cut through my machine, my Sizzix machine, and this Thanks die cut is part of a large die set with a whole bunch of different words from Create a Smile. And they are all very small words, but I kind of like that. There's a lot of large words out there that you can die cut, but not as many options for small words, and to get a really nice variety in one set was a great deal. So I am just showing how you can do it really, really quick. You can make a whole bunch of these cards really easily for like a gift card set by simply cutting out the Thanks die. But if you want something a little bit more interesting and involved, you can use the Thanks letters from the Crystal Letters stamp set. Now, they don't have coordinating dies, as, coordinating dies can get so expensive. I'd rather, when I want to, just be able to trim things out. So I just took a pair of scissors and cut out each of these individual letters. And again, I already put the adhesive on the back, so when I was finished, I was able to quickly just peel off that backing and tape them down. The double-sided tape that I'm using is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And then I'm just going to put those stitched rectangle panels on some black cardstock and then onto a card base, and I'll have a nice quick thanks card set. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more crafting tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will leave you some links to any products in the video description below, and also, of course, to that Facebook group so you can check it out, and to my other social media accounts. Thanks for watching. Bye.